What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Fast and Furious. I'm Bolian, and here today I'm joined by Stephen Dodd. He is the founder and CEO of We Go ESS, which elevated Sprocket Solutions.
There you go.
Woo! Yep. Gold just recently tiered to gold, although we'll talk about why it's probably been gold for a while. And he's been in the ecosystem for 6 years. Welcome to the show today. Stephen, how are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. It's a pleasure to speak to you in person and be on the show. So appreciate it.
I love it. I love talking to all the partners on a bunch of different life cycles and where they're at. So you got gold, platinum, diamond, elite, and what it takes to get there. I often like talking to gold because it's at the beginning often as they're going through this. So I'd love to hear your journey and how you were telling me something before we started about, I'm actually probably were gold a lot earlier. Tell me about like what got you to start in HubSpot 6 years ago and led to you to becoming a partner and deciding to go all in the HubSpot ecosystem?
Yeah. So I started as just an administrator for a mortgage tech company, not in HubSpot, in their mom and pop CRM, which is funny for the type of company it was. And a month in, they told me that they wanted to move to HubSpot. And so...
So you didn't know anything about it? Never heard of it before?
No, I actually did. I didn't even know, to be honest, and probably going to shoot me in the foot. I didn't even know what HubSpot was. Yeah. I knew what Salesforce was. I'm sorry, HubSpot. But yeah, so I had to learn very quickly. And they said, I was like, okay, well, do we have a team? And they said, no, it's you. I was like, okay, I'm the team. So I went to HubSpot Academy, got my certifications. I think at the time I got 8 of them within 2 months. I was just grinding. And then we started implementing, moving everything over from our current CRM to HubSpot. That was just the sales team, and then it grew. It grew into the marketing, grew into the ops. We had a robotics team. It just kept growing, and eventually they gave me 2 more people to help. And but HubSpot was great during the onboarding. Like they did an amazing job, also teaching me. I learned a lot being thrown into the fire. And I think that's what really shaped me to be where I am today and actually believe in myself. The biggest thing I think I had was I didn't think I had the guts and the grit to do it. Even coming from prior military background, I still doubted myself. And being thrown in, sink or swim, I think that was really part of my journey. So
let me go back just even further. Because I love hearing there's so many different ways to get into what we call revenue operations now, but being a HubSpot admin, what led you to even being a admin? It sounds like you're doing IT. It sounds like in some ways you were the IT administrator helping people configure and figure out problems. What got you there?
Yeah. Oh, here's the funny story. I had no background experience. I was working different jobs when I got out of the service as like a chef for 8 years at a restaurant. I was not a chef in the military.
How long were you in the military? What branch?
I was in the Navy for 4 years, from 05 to 09. So got out right out of high school. Not even a month later, boom, straight left. And I did aircraft. I was on the flight deck. I did my deployments, and came back and got out, right? And started as a dishwasher. That's all I had, right? Yeah, I know. I know, crazy, right? You do all those years and you start as a dishwasher somewhere. And then moved my way up in there as a line cook, and then became a kitchen manager for 8 years at a restaurant. Then I worked construction for a bit, and then I worked at a aerospace company for a bit in inventory, building their compressors. And then COVID hit, and then lost a job, right?
Dude, I think COVID created more HubSpot admin. It sounds like it's like one of the many effects of COVID, but one of them is the number of RevOps professionals that created during this time, especially HubSpot. So you lost your job because there's when I started Rev Partners, my partner had lost his job, and that's why Rev Partners got started. So it's like it just as a point. So you went through COVID, lost job, and now you're like, okay, what am I doing now?
Yep, lost job, just had a baby.
Oh man, okay, yeah.
Just had a baby. Yep. And I got a call because I have a HR background. Actually, graduated college during COVID too. And they hired me for their legal department, compliance for mortgages, right? And
Okay.
they use Salesforce. So I did that for a year and a half. Somebody from this other company said, "Hey, do you want to manage our CRM?" I was like, "I don't even know how you know I do like CRM stuff. I do compliance." But I was like, "Sure, like why not?" And so that's what happened. And if they gave me a chance, I did that for a month, right? And they're small mom and pop CRM, and then launched HubSpot. So it was a really odd
Wow.
background. I've always loved tech, but I never thought I was smart enough. That was my biggest thing, to do it. And now I dev, I code, I write, like I do Claude. I do so much different stuff nowadays. So the biggest thing I took away, and I know probably one of your questions later, is like believe in yourself. Like really believe in yourself that you can do things, because I've proven it to myself. I thought I couldn't. Somebody gave me a chance, and here I am today. And I keep believing in myself, keep growing. So
Dude, what a great. I'm gonna make sure I'm hearing this right. You went from high school to Navy on air carriers. Probably had
yep,
some. Don't know what you're doing there, but you're doing something. Like that was hard. Get out and you go and start cleaning dishes,
yep,
line chef to like head chef. Then you go into construction, and then you go into manufacturing,
yep, yep.
aerospace, and COVID hits. You finish college, you have a baby, you go into compliance, whatever that means, uh, and then you get asked, "Can you do something?" Because no one in the company can do it. You step up, you deploy a CRM that happens to be HubSpot, and eventually you have two people working for you or
Yep.
underneath you to help you.
Yes, sir.
What a cool. Okay. So you get there, you're there. You did, you launched an entire CRMs. Over 50% of the time fail. So that's an accomplishment. Like, so you've done it.
Yeah.
Uh, what led you to starting ESS?
Ah, big question. Well, everybody knows mortgage, right? And they were all around in 2022, 23, 24. Rates dipped, then they went back up, and everybody, at least on my side, got laid off, unfortunately. And so I was like, I don't know who's going to run your HubSpot, Sarah, but okay, that's fine. And I said, what do I have to lose? Like, I'm unemployed.
Mm.
So why not start something? And so I started this company, our business right now, and really, really scared, really, really nervous. And
So how'd you tell me the story? How did you get? So often I'm asking people how they because you went from provider to gold. How
mhm.
did you? The first question I want to ask you is how did you get your first client and your second client? Like how did you get those?
I got my first client, and this is going to be a shout out to them, through HubSearch.
Hmm.
So yeah, the recruiting agency, right? So they got me my first client. I did great, right? And then they got me my second client. And then I hope I'm doing them proud because they've given me work and I've given them work. And then from there, I just started branching on marketing myself, right? And then getting people to come to me and say, hey, I just need small projects like here and there, nothing big. I just need this fixed, or no retainers, just hourly. I think I charged at the time like $40 an hour,
You
just get
just got you
started.
just got to do it. Just got to get
Yeah,
stuff done.
just got it done. And from there, I have literally have just been building my clientele. Also another shout out, Profoundly. So I'm a partner. I helped, I think one of a dozen or so to launch that platform. So I'm grateful for that as well. Getting clients from them, and again, just word of mouth. Um, LinkedIn is a huge, base for me as well. Um, and then also now that I'm a partner, HubSpot. So I'm getting a few, leads from them. So yeah, just baby steps.
So that is a big shout out. You
Yeah,
talk about people investing in an ecosystem as HubSearch. Uh, that's awesome that they helped you get your first couple of leads with the idea, not knowing, with the idea that eventually you'll grow and need to hire somebody one day, or you might know some people that create candidates. That's really cool.
yeah.
Well, question to you is okay. So you're going from zero to gold, or from provider to gold, if you would. What were the 2 to 3 largest obstacles you had to overcome during that time for you, in your journey from provider to gold?
Well, I would say I should. We talked about that. I should have been a partner a long time ago. I just didn't want to.
Okay,
I didn't want to. I want to be. Maybe we'll go there. But the obstacle.
let's talk about it. Let's say like, so there's an
Yeah.
obstacle of, to become gold, I must become a provider. I mean, I must go from provider to partner. And one of the
Yeah.
obstacles was making a jump from, because it requires paying and having proceeds and a monthly subscription. So, talk, like, why was that an obstacle, and when and how did it work? Where you said, okay, I'm going to make the jump, and actually, it's been good. Like, what?
Yeah.
Walk me through that journey.
So yeah, the obstacle was definitely I didn't want to pay. Um, I literally I wanted my money. Like.
Yeah, juice ain't
And
worth a squeeze, is at least
yeah, and I think the other thing is I don't think I really dug in too much at the time of what a partner meant. I was just
Mhm.
like, okay, I can be a provider. It's just me. Partners are like these huge agencies. That's what I thought of them, right?
Mhm.
And so it's just me. Why I'm going to pay? Like I'm just working. I'm not really selling anything. But then I found myself I am. Like as a provider, I've been selling without me even knowing, like a
I have a
subscription or an upgrade or like.
I have a feeling that Stephen, that you've made another partner money before, because you've
Oh
sold
yeah,
something that this got credit for, and that you've made some reps some money that you didn't get any co-sell on. So
absolutely,
yeah. I think
absolutely.
it's a really helpful advice for people thinking about, if you're a provider. And now they made it where you just can't. They've gotten rid of providers, which is
Yeah,
probably in general. But the question is now, like, you have to give something, and you said this earlier. You just have to believe in yourself, and there's something to.
yeah.
Yes, I want to pay the money, but it's like, is it going to be worth the squeeze, or the is it? So my question to you is, you said, okay, I'm gonna go all in,
Yeah.
and you did. Has it been worth the squeeze for you?
I mean, I think so because now I'm actually like using my own CRM for like marketing purposes. Like I really wasn't before. Because I instead of paying for the fee, I just got a subscription to Marketing Hub,
Hmm.
and then so it just kind of wipes it off, right? The other thing I've noticed is, and I mean, we were doing this before as providers, but as partners, is now that back in the day, right? The seats, they were free. Now that everything's a paid seat, right? It's a paid seat for sales. It's core seat, right? You have to pay for it. My biggest kind of sell is, well, as a partner, you don't have to pay for that seat. This is what I'm telling the client, right? I'm taking that on because it's a partner admin, right, relationship. So they kind of perk up a little bit because they're like, oh, I don't have the money to buy another
Yep.
seat or to give you a seat to do this. So that's another benefit. The other thing is you don't have to sell a lot. Like you don't have to pressure. Like do what's right for your client to make sure that if they do have to upgrade or they need a specific subscription, that it's meaningful and it's written out. I've had HubSpot, certain individual. She looked at my proposal of why this client should be what I said to the client, like why do you need upgrade? She's like, this is amazing. Like, thank you. Like this took a lot of legwork off of her to even sell this. And they signed it in 5 minutes. Boom. Easy sell. Um, so it's just like, why don't you have um, the compassion for your client first, and I don't even think of it as client when I onboard. I say this is a partnership. I work with individuals and I also do work with HubSpot agencies, like large elite agencies as well that, I work with their clients. And but going back to where I was going with that is, depending on how much you can get revenue based off of that quarterly, that pays for your either subscription or your partner fee. So at the end of the day, like my wife likes to say, it's free money, but it's not free money. They're paying for it, right? It's still, you could be pocketing it, but at the end of the day, there's more advantages to the upgrade. There's more connections, and once you make that connection with HubSpot, like they're like my partner rep over there, she's absolutely amazing, and they give you so much more material to use, connections, and be able to receive leads as well from them. So
yeah, there's something that there's a lot of benefits, and there's something psychologically that shifts when you're paying someone money. And I need to make this worth it.
Absolutely,
that it changes when it occurs. Okay, so number one, I would say you went from provider to partner, and that was an obstacle that HubSpot helped you get over. But then you had to choose: hey, am I gonna join an agency and just go on staff, or am I gonna keep building this business? And you said, hey, I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna believe again. Became it, and you're like, hey, it's been worth the squeeze. And you're early on the journey in terms of like getting to gold and going. But was there another obstacle from going to provider operationally? Is there an obstacle that helped you go from provider to gold?
Honestly, I think that was really it. I mean, like overcoming the obstacle, I think that was just more of just believing in myself. Like it was the biggest, I guess, personal obstacle. But like I said, financially, it kind of worked because I should have been a partner a long time ago, because I was already getting, or the revenue was already there. Like I could have been making, as a partner or as a provider, you still make a cut, right, from the deals. But not as much or as long. And so I was already getting it quarterly, from HubSpot. So they're like, just feed that back into your account. And now I can actually use HubSpot, my own account, to market and generate more leads, right, for myself. So,
well, what's something that, and I like to go this is, hey, having started this and I've been in Las Vegas 6 years. I've had this agency, I think it's about 2.5 years, right? About 2 years you started.
Yep.
What's one thing you wish you did earlier and something you would never do again? So think of it. What's one thing you wish you do earlier and something you would never do again? That if you're talking or mentoring somebody, you tell them, or you would tell a younger you.
I think I would have given myself grace earlier on, believed in myself more earlier on.
What does that practically mean?
It means taking a chance and a risk, and not allowing fear, I guess, to make the leap into starting a business. I felt like I was kind of forced to. Like I said, I got laid off, and then I said, well, what do I have to lose? Because I don't have anything going on right now. So that's one big thing I think was a big blocker that I wish I would have started sooner and really believed in myself. And that's in different aspects of life, not even just with HubSpot.
How is running this business and starting to believe yourself manifested in different ways in your life? Is it in ways?
It makes me step out more, and take more risks in life. Not like sketchy risks, but like, but like, like things that I feel like are uneasing, but I feel that it is right. I just do it. I don't just second guess anymore, because if I second guess it, I'm not going to do it, and then I'm going to regret it later.
What's one thing you wish what's one thing you're never going to do again that you've learned this, Trey?
What a thing am I never going to do again? Favors.
Okay. So walk me through what is a favor? What does it look like? How's it come about?
I guess the biggest thing is, can you do this for a friend of mine, like a client, right? But they
Can't pay you.
don't have the yeah, they don't have the money right now, and so you're like, sure, because you're still establishing yourself, and you're thinking it's not a big lift. It's like, what, like build an email or something, and it turns out to be a bigger thing than that. And then you're kind of like feel locked in and obligated because you don't want to burn the bridge. And so that's where I mean with favors, like don't do things for free.
Yeah, there's something about you can do one or two favors as you're like becoming sure. Hey, do I have something to provide? But once you know, and you're like, I would love to help your friend, and let's have a discussion. Let's have a cost. So. Well, Stephen, last question for you is your goal now. What is one bet, or what by the end of the year? Say I'm talking to you in June 2027. What's one thing you would have hoped to accomplish? What's the bet you're making and the goal you're going after for 1 year from now?
1 year from now, I would like to, honestly, it would like to be the tier up on a business side of things, but more time. I feel like I have no time, like family wise, like take a little bit more time with the family. So what I mean by that is maybe grow, hire a few people to work with me, but from 1 year from now, I could kind of see maybe an established small team, but I'm still spearheading, the face of the company and still working because I'm a nitty gritty guy. I love to get in there and I'm very hands on. And so, but yeah, I would like to come up the next tier, and be maybe a little bit more known in the ecosystem. I do hear from time to time people say, "Oh yeah, I know who you are," and I'm like, "That's great." Like I know you. I think but that's awesome to have like my name and my company in the background, where people are talking about it. So maybe be a little bit more of that RevOps partner, or like that Hubble, or that the very elite. Not to that extent, but I want to stay humble as well.
Well, Stephen, I hear you saying is in a year from now, we're going to have the same conversation about platinum, probably a few hires that are helping you execute. And those are a whole other set of challenges. And we can talk about how you overcame them. I have no doubt you will. So this is fun. Stephen, appreciate you talking to you. Thank you for the time today.
Thank you. Likewise.
Sweet. Okay, everybody stay awesome. Keep doing it big. Never stop believing. Adios.